In an office building in a bustling city, a thrilling crime was quietly brewing. One morning, the police received a report that Basil, the owner of a small trading company, was found dead in his own office. Officer Van quickly led the team to the scene and invited his friend Detective Lin to assist with the investigation. When Detective Lin and Officer Van entered the office, they saw that the room was in a mess. Documents were scattered all over the floor. Basil was lying on the desk, with an obvious blunt force wound on the back of his head. The blood had dried up. Under his right hand was a crumpled memo paper with some blurred words written on it. While Officer Van was examining the scene, he asked the employees around about the situation. At this time, Secretary Sun walked over. Her eyes were slightly red, and she said in a trembling voice, "Officers, when I came to work this morning and opened the door, I found Mr. O like this. He was still working overtime until very late yesterday. I don't know what happened." Detective Lin looked up at her and noticed that she was dressed rather plainly today, which was different from her usual well-refined image. Moreover, her fingers were unconsciously twisting the corner of her clothes, as if she was trying hard to hide her inner nervousness. Detective Lin walked closer to the desk and carefully picked up the memo paper, examining it carefully. After some identification, he found the characters L3OW written on it. Could this be the crucial clue left by Basil before he died? Just as they were thinking about it, a fierce-looking man rushed in and shouted loudly, "Where is Basil? When is he going to pay back the money he owes me?" This man was none other than Creditor Lee. Detective Lin noticed that after Creditor Lee entered the door, his eyes first scanned the office in a flustered manner. When he saw Basil's body, there was a barely noticeable hint of smugness in his eyes. Officer Van stepped forward to control the situation and asked Creditor Lee about his whereabouts last night. Creditor Lee said impatiently, "I was running on looking for his guy to collect debts last night. I went to several places, but he kept hiding from me. Who knew where he died?" Detective Lin ignored his rudeness and continued to look for clues in the office. He found that the safe in the corner was half open and empty inside. There were several fresh scratches on the door of the safe, as if it had been forcibly pried open by something sharp. Back at the police station, Detective Lin and Officer Van repeatedly studied the memo paper and the clues from the scene. Suddenly, Detective Lin thought of the floor plan of the company. There was an unused warehouse on the third floor. Could L3 refer to there? They quickly rushed to the warehouse on the third floor and searched it carefully. Sure enough, they found a blood-stained wrench in a corner. The size of the wrench matched the one on Basil's head. After further investigation, it was found that the wrench was part of the company's maintenance tools and was usually stored in the utility room managed by Secretary Sun. Digging deeper along this clue, the astonishing truth gradually emerged. It turned out that Basil was having difficulties with cash flow and borrowed a large amount of money from Creditor Lee, but was unable to repay it. After several unsuccessful threats, Creditor Lee had murderous intentions. He found Secretary Sun and promised her generous reward if he helped keep an eye on Basil's whereabouts. Last night, Secretary Sun secretly took the maintenance wrench while Basil was working overtime and led Creditor Lee into the office. Creditor Lee hit Basil on the head with the wrench, killing him. After that, the two pried open the safe, took away the important property inside, and tried to disguise it as a robbery scene. Before dying, Basil tried his best to write L3OW on the memo paper, originally intending to remind others that the murder came from a pseudo-law and that it was related to a debt dispute of 3 million yuan. Faced with conclusive evidence, Creditor Lee and Secretary Sung had no choice but to admit their crime. With the case solved, the office building resumed its usual hustle and bustle. But the crime hidden in the shadows became an enduring topic among people.